everyone, welcome back. It's Noir. So I missed doing this before, but now I've seen the 16th episode of 7 Deadly Sins, Revival of the 10 Commandments. A couple of things. The first quote-unquote trial of the Vaizel Fighting Tournament is a giant maze that you can't really cheat your way through. Diane kind of reunites with Elizabeth and Hawk, but she still has no memory of them. So that's kind of difficult to maneuver through in a way. She went there with Matrona, who's there to find a way to heal her adoptive children. So, wait, hold up. So, yeah. There's several dozen other people there, too. And, of course, they're trapped, but they don't know it. We get to see Bon and Meliodas reunite, as well as use their powers together. Because apparently, like I said, you can't cheat through this maze. The walls basically will regenerate if you try breaking them. But Bon and Meliodas use so much power on one wall, they broke through another one in the process. So basically, everyone is kind of reunited together. The only people not with the group, because in the group so far right now is Meliodas, Bon, Arthur, Gil Thunder, Hauser, Diane, Elizabeth, and Hawk. The only people not in the group currently is Jericho, Elaine, and King, basically, because they got separated somehow. Because this maze is full of course, a lot of traps. So they got separated. And I guess you can also count Escanor and Merlin as well. But Merlin, it feels like she may have no trouble getting through it since she doesn't exactly have a body. But who knows? We may run into her eventually. We may run into Escanor because Escanor does show up in the preview to the next episode. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. And aside from that, things look like they're turning out more or less chaotic. But we'll see how things go in the next episode. Really, I mean, I am kind of interested to see what happens. But more importantly, we pretty much have all the sins back, so that's definitely going to be something to look forward to in the next episode. Of course, it doesn't fully count since Merlin doesn't exactly have her body, so hopefully that gets resolved before this whole thing ends. And I just now saw episode 17 to Food Wars Season 3 Part 2. Or, you know what, fuck calling it Part 2, just call it Food Wars Season 3. I keep forgetting that one. But anyway, so of course it's Hayama versus Yukihira, making a dish that has bear meat as its main ingredient. But of course, the very day of this cooking contest right here, well, not exactly contest, but like cooking exam right here, the rest of the rebels are having their exams as well, each against a different member of the Elite 10, which of course poses its own consequences. They're up against like the most skilled fighters, the most skilled cooks in the entire academy. So if just one of them fails, it's pretty much game over. So we got to see Yukihira's dish, which looked so good, and now makes me want to try bear meat. Though I'm a little scared because they do say that if you don't get the cooking just right, the gaminess will come out and it'll have like a pungent odor to its taste and everything, and it's just not that good. But I do still want to try it. Oh my gosh, all the explanation they went through describing what was being cooked, it looks so good. Ugh. But now we see why Hayama did this. Basically, he didn't join the Elite 10 of his own accord. He was pinned into a corner. Basically, after the last Moon Festival and everything, he and his partner June had like sponsors lining up to give them more funding and support and everything, and he was happy about that. But then all of a sudden they started pulling out, and the reason for that is because of course Aina's father made them back out because he doesn't want any research groups or anything that doesn't correspond to his way of doing things. So basically, all the sponsors that the research committee that Hayama and Jun are in pretty much got are all now gone. Azuma, whatever the fuck his name is, has all of the research materials that Jun and Hayama have poured their hard effort into. So basically, given a choice that he now had to make, Hayama basically chose to let go of his emotions and do whatever Azumi says, basically, in order to keep Jun safe and keep the research group safe. Because that's basically all he has. It actually makes me feel really bad for him now. And I don't like that. So hopefully something happens that things go back to the way they should kind of be before all this craziness happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And aside from that, I did want to mention earlier in the video, I didn't say this, but like in episode 16 of 7 Deadly Sins, there was basically a callback to season 1 where we got to see Meliodas and Bond's way over the top game of patty cake and everything. Oh my gosh, that was a definitely good and fun callback to season 1, and oh my god, it was just perfect. But aside from that, the reason why I keep tapping my phone screen is because I'm recording the video on an app called PocketVideo, and of course my screen goes dark and I don't want it to cut off before I finish recording, but that's pretty much it. And aside from that, yeah, that's it. Luna out.